Hi, if you're in the market for a home, I'm sure there are several things that you're paying attention to, such as curb appeal, the look and feel of the home, the layout of the home. Those things are all vitally important, of course, to make sure the home is a good fit for you, but it's also important to make sure that it is a safe, sound, and smart investment as well. Hi, I'm Pam Wandry with Columbine Mortgage, and this is your timely topic where we're talking about making sure that that home purchase is a move-in ready, smart investment and not a money pit. So there's several things we can look at when we are analyzing this. And first, of course, is the inspection and appraisal. So these are two different things. Think of the inspection as a checkup at the doctor, just making sure everything's good. And the appraisal is more like the price tag, determining the price of the home. The lender does not require the inspection, that is optional, but the lender often will require on most loans an appraisal to make sure that you are, that the home is worth what you are paying for it. Of course, you can choose to pay more, so that's a personal decision, but the lender wants to make sure that it has the value that they're lending on. The inspection, of course, is to look at those big ticket items, the main functions of the home, like the sewer, electricity, water, the roof, all those things, to make sure that there's no major repairs that are needed, so that you know what you're getting into when you purchase that home. Now next, when you go under contract, you may write it so it's as is, where you are taking it with only requiring or requesting safety fixes or repairs versus subject to, where you can negotiate the terms of getting those repairs corrected that are found in the inspection. So things like the carpet needing replaced, or some countertops needing replaced, or cabinetry, things like that. The as is, safety things would be more like making sure that the roof is sound, that the structure is sound, and sewer, making sure handrails are in place, and smoke detectors, things like that. So all good and all important. Another thing to focus on when you are purchasing a home is, of course, looking at homeowners insurance, and it's good to do this upfront and early so that you can make sure that you have the proper coverage that is going to be acceptable to a lender. This is getting a little more challenging with older homes, particularly if you're purchasing an older home. Insurance is now going to where if they look at an older home with an older roof, they are often now doing either a cash value replacement on that roof or a percentage of value on that roof, which is not allowed by Fannie and Freddie anymore. They do require 100% replacement cost value coverage on a roof. And so making sure that that is taken care of. We can typically find somebody if needed that can do the coverage, but it's good to know upfront to give us time to work on that if needed. Of course, things like knowing if the home is in like the mountains area and there's fire risk, things like that, making sure the insurance, that we can find acceptable insurance that can be used for the home. So make sure we take care of that, look at that, and do your research up front as soon as possible in the process. And then, of course, what do lenders actually care about? They don't care if the layout's a little funky. They don't care if there's no AC. They don't care if the carpet is avocado green shag or the kitchen hasn't been updated. But they do care about the safety and soundness of the home. So they want to make sure that there's running water and that the sewer system works properly. They want to make sure that the roof is not leaking. They want to ensure handrails and smoke detectors and things like that are in place. So those are all things that will be addressed in the appraisal and be required to be repaired if needed prior to closing. So all this is super important to take a look at when you're purchasing a home to make sure you are making a great sound investment on that purchase, not just a new home with the view of the mountains that you want, that it's actually safe, livable, and going to be something that you can manage moving forward. I'm here to help however I can. If you have questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Have a good one, and I'll see you next month.